30 years. April 8th is my start of my 30th year with Red Cedar. I don't know how I made it this far. I don't. 30 years is a long time. I'm ready to retire. So this is my favorite part about BNI, talking in front of all of you. Not really. So years ago, I started with Steve Relier. There was 3 of us out there. He had 2 golden retrievers. And we used to go out and we used to be in tank tops and shorts and sneakers, and we used to go do a landscape job, and then we'd go do a tree job. And after a few years of this, we found out that it's very important to become professionals. And you know, going out there like that was first unsafe. Secondly, we've grown the company to, we had 3 of us back then. Now we have, I believe there's 65 or 70 employees of Red Cedar, which I consider helping the company that way, and I'm very proud of that. So, going through the years, I became a certified arborist and a pesticide technician and applicator. This way I could sell for treating trees, for tick sprays, for pretty much anything in the outdoor world. I'm going to ask you, if you guys have any questions too as we go along, you just ask me, all right? I'd rather have questions as I go along. And go ahead, Tammy.
On the tick spraying, I know we have a whole woods in the back, and then we have the lawn. How is it? It works extremely well. It does work extremely well. How is it that you can spray for ticks and they just won't come in? I mean, I can see killing them, but how do the new ones not come in?
Well, there will be, all right, there's 2 different products that we use. A organic product, which is a cedar oil and a raspberry concentrate. This has to be done 4 or 5 times because it does go away a little quicker with the rain. Spraying in the bushes, spraying on the lawn, it really does kill the ticks, but they can still come off animals, deers, mice. So that's why we have to continually do it through the growing season. The other pesticide is still a safe way to go and doesn't need as many applications. So that works very, very well. That actually works a little bit better because it's a pesticide, but people don't really like pesticides. So most of our applications are organic. So let's see. So for all of our employees, so for you guys, what does Red Cedar do?
Take care of trees.
Take care of trees. So as a certified arborist, why do you hire an arborist rather than a guy coming around, driving around in a pickup truck, you know, the guys with the shorts, the tank tops? Why would you hire an arborist? What are the benefits of an arborist? Well, we're professional, all right? What professional? We know about our trees, our shrubs. If you guys are driving down Raymond Avenue, the post office right there was a tree company that came in and just topped all these honey locust trees, all right? Now, I want you to look at this bush out here. Topping a tree, you can see where these shrubs were pruned. You get all this growth coming off of these cuts, okay? That is secondary growth that is so weak, and that's what tends to break a lot. So guys telling you, if someone says you need your trees topped, don't ever let anyone do that. There's a way to reduce trees that are properly, but if they're cutting back to stubs, like someone cut the shrubs back to stubs, that is the wrong way to go because your tree will fail. Another reason to hire an arborist is the general homeowner does not know what tree is a hazard. And through all these storms that we had, if the trees were taken care of properly, maybe installing cables in the top of the trees to keep these V crotches together, proper pruning, thinning of the trees to let the wind go through, these are things that definitely help maintain your property and keep your property safe. Let's see, what else? So, as an arborist, we take care of disease control, insect control, tree assessment, tree decay, which my friend Craig brought this oak tree, and this is a great way. This tree could have been pruned out here improperly. That decays, and then we have decay down into the trunk of the tree. Now, once decay starts, there's no way to stop it at all. So when you see holes in a tree, that's a great indication. Call an arborist. If you see a mushroom growing out of a tree, it's called a tongue. And this is a real sign of decay and tree failure. Through the years, I told, Mike mentioned about mohonk. Out of BNI, Frankie Costello, my first year, I think it was 2001. I'm like, I'm all new to this thing, and BNI and the chamber. Frankie says, I got, you know, it's not going to referral, but I got someone up at Mohonk. They had, it rained down here. It was a huge ice storm up at Mohonk. He got me introduced to the right people. After 17 years, I've made $1.4 million from Mohonk. And I just love being up there, because what I do is I'll go around to a property and people want to take down their trees, where I want to save their trees if possible. There are times and places where you do have to take them down for construction, for hazard trees. They need sunlight on the pool. So there are certain cases where they need to come down. Mohonk is definitely in my heart. I mean, I love that place. So, why hire an arborist, blah, 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 Mohonk. All right, so now going back to the storms that we had. I'm exhausted from it. It's just nonstop. 2 minutes? 2 or 3? I didn't take my minute. You son of a... All right. So, we've been, let me just, a year and a half ago, I brought Red Cedar down to Hilton Head, South Carolina, after Hurricane Matthew hit. We took 700 trees off houses down there. It wasn't that bad here with these storms, but it's been bad. And right now, people don't know what they have in their backyards. The tree could be slightly uprooted, especially evergreens. Evergreens can, you know, just be a little bit uprooted, and then they catch the wind catches them, and they go over. So once a year would be a great thing for people to have an arborist just go around their properties and assess their properties. It doesn't cost a thing, and you learn about what's going on in your outdoor environment. People have pools, people have swing sets. The roofer, we got trees over houses all over the place. So it's very, very important, and I can't stress enough that if it's not me, get an arborist out there. Very, very important that you know what's going on with your kids out there. And you know, people have picnics, people have this, people have that. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Alan?
Mike, I have this like water, standing water, like in the forest on my property. It's always there. I'm sure bugs grow. Can you guys do anything about that?
It depends if it's wetlands, it depends what it is. I mean, sometimes the town can take care of that.
It's on my property. It's like 2 acres, so I don't think it's like wetlands.
It's not. We'd have to take a look at that. All right. What else? What I'm looking for right now, Kim Sears gave me a great referral, and a bunch of us a great referral. Very nice people. I've been out there 3 or 4 times, and a couple coming up from the city. They bought a house out in Fishkill, and the property was a mess. It hasn't been taken care of, and trees down all over. So I went in and I gave them an assessment. All right, this is what, if it's my house, and that's how I take care of my clients. If this is my property and my yard and my family's out there, as an arborist, this is what I would do to make you safe and beautify your property. So we went around, and I mean, they have a lot of work to do out there, and we're going to break it into pieces. And you know, what a great referral that was. So thank you. So just a new homeowner, estates are perfect for us because, like Mohonk, we do a lot of estate work up in Rhinebeck, and for the most part, people trust me in what I'm saying. So I like taking care of people that way, and you know, I want to do the right thing for them and take care of their trees and their shrubs. So, Ed, that's it.